What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Dark Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So everybody thinks QYLD is the ultimate monthly dividend stock. Oh my gosh, it's so cheap. Dividend increases, high yield. It doesn't appear like a yield trap. But I'm going to tell you, in the long run, I'm going to be buying less of these guys. Look, I have a goal to earn maybe $100 a month on QYLD, RYLD, XYLD. I need to really get my dividend portfolio churning. And I absolutely love QYLD, but I'm going to tell you some things that aren't very attractive about QYLD. Every dividend stock has flaws. There's a strength and a weakness. I'm going to discuss QYLD's weakness because a lot of people love the strengths. I love the strengths, but there is one kink in their armor that I don't like. So we'll do a dividend stock analysis. I'll show you what my long-term strategy is with QYLD. And I'm going to tell you, QYLD ain't all that in the long run. So if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Make sure you smash that like button. And let's check this out right. So QYLD is the Global X NASDAQ 100 Covered Call ETF. And we'll do a quick review on these guys. These guys are an amazing monthly dividend ETF, monthly dividend stock. I own these guys. I'm long in them. And they are just so attractive. I'll go over their range of their dividends. And, sometimes they increase their dividend, sometimes they don't, which should be something that you need to keep an eye on. So its year range is 21.25 to 23.58. It really hasn't jumped up a lot. So it hit 25, 21, 22. It's just sitting there. It's not going to go up. It's not going to beat the S&P. So that's one thing you need to consider. This is not a stock that is going to increase in its net asset value. You're probably not going to see a really consistent dividend increase with this stock. And we're going to look into a little bit more because the expense ratio can sometimes be a red flag too. So here's one thing about QYLD that's attractive with the NASDAQ 100 Covered Call ETF. Morningstar is so picky with ETFs, and they gave them a 4-star rating. Okay, that's very attractive. They have high income potential. QYLD seeks to generate income through covered call writing, which historically produces higher yields in periods of volatility. QYLD has made monthly distributions in 7 years running. Okay. QYLD writes call options for the NASDAQ 100 index, saving investors time and potential of expense of doing so individually. That makes my life easier. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm busy in graduate school. I'm, putting money into graduate school. I like these guys doing this for me. There's a few things that you got to be careful with. It does have a high expense ratio, 0.60%. And I tell you what, I'm very lucky. My employer, they're going to be like sucked up by a bigger hospital system. And I got VTI or VTSAX involved with my 403B. And that expense ratio is like so low. I mean, it's so attractive. And I'm able to be a part of that. And, I want my net asset value to grow up. I want the price per share to go up. I want the dividends to usually go up. So VTI is a beautiful stock for a traditional Roth IRA material. And I will be making a Roth IRA with VTI in that. I can almost guarantee that that's going to be on there. So you have a high expense ratio. You have a very nice dividend yield. And it's very attractive. People love this. I love QYLD. Do not get me wrong. And here's the thing. So their their performance, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, performance history, not bad. Okay, their top holdings, let's just look at some of them. So I'm going to show you real quick. Microsoft, that's really good stock. Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, Alphabet, Meta platforms, Adobe, Netflix. I mean, they got the whole shebang. I mean, these guys are really nice. And I'm going to show you a little bit with their dividend history, which makes things a little interesting. So right now, I'm looking at 2018. They got 17 cents. The lowest so far is 17. Actually, we got 16 here. The highest I've seen with them was 21. See, this is one thing that's a problem. 23. We got 23 right there. That's the highest so far. That's one problem, okay? You're not seeing consistency. You got 23, 22, 23, 24, 19, 19, 19, 18, 19. You're kind of got a range from 17 cents to 23 cents, okay, at best. You're not going to really see these jump up. You got a line, you got your between here and here, and I highly doubt they'll hit 30 cents, but they could hit, what was it, 16 or something like that. So you're within this range, okay? You can't go back, can't go, you just can't exit. There's no line that you can never cross that, okay? You can never go forward, and you may go backwards. So you're just stuck there between 2 points with dividend distribution. So in the long run, okay, on my M1 Finance dividend portfolio, I have 5% of my dividend income reinvested going into QYLD, and like RYLD's 5%, XYLD's 5%. So I'm putting a lot of money in there because they're cheap and I get, good dividends. But I'm going to show you a few things as to why I'm going to stop pumping in the money once I get to, $100 or so with these guys. So I get monthly dividends, because there's other monthly dividend stocks that increase their dividends over time that make them very attractive as a long-term dividend stock. And QYLD, RYLD, and XYLD, like, nah, okay, see ya. I got better options in the long run because I'm generating more money. My dividends are increasing. So I'm going to show you two dividend stocks, monthly dividend real estate investment trusts that are actually going to, in the long run, increase their dividends over time. And I like consistency. So let's check that out. My first stock, I'm going to be putting more money in these guys, of course, is Realty Income. The symbol's O. They have a dividend yield of 3.91%, PE ratio of 57.25. The year range is 57 to 74. So these guys have increased their dividend over time and they're consistent. So they may be a lot more expensive than QYLD, but I have to show you the consistent dividend increases over time. How can you say no to that? So Realty Income may be more expensive, but I'm getting a consistent 21 cents. This is in 2016. You get 20 cents. They're getting close to 24 cents, okay? And consistent dividend increases, 23 cents. They're eventually going to hit 24 cents, and they are a very stable. Again, this is not financial advice, for entertainment purposes only, disclaimer in my description, but they are consistent and they're a very stable real estate investment trust who have consistently increased their dividends. So I want to get a raise. I don't want to sit between 17 cents and 23 cents. I want 24 cents that goes up to 25 cents to 26 cents to 27 cents. And I'm going to just keep on reinvesting and buying more. So that's one thing that you might want to consider with QYLD, RYLD, and XYLD is that line, and you get O that increases their dividends over time. I got one more dividend stock, monthly dividend stock, that in the long run is a much better investment than QYLD. Let's check that out. The other one is Agree Realty Corporation. This is a monthly dividend stock. The board literally said we are going to be a monthly dividend real estate investment trust in 2021. And literally that put them on the map. I never even heard of Agree Realty Corporation until they became a monthly dividend stock. They have a dividend yield of 3.88%, a compounded annual growth rate faster. They have a dividend increase faster than Realty Income. And they're actually cheaper right now than Realty Income. Their year range is 61.27 to 75.95. Their PE ratio is 39.89. And again, with real estate investment trusts, you like FFO instead of, this PE ratio. I mean, PE ratio can be red flags. If it's really low, that's when you got to say, whoa, do we have a yield trap? Because some real estate investment trusts, especially mortgage back rates, are really low. That's when you need to be careful, and you have to look at the decrease in price per share and the decrease in dividends. So you have to do your due diligence, you have to do your studying, you have to do your homework on that before you jump the gun. And look at these dividend increases by Agree Realty Corporation. Check this out. And here's the thing with Agree Realty Corporation. You could tell right here, this is when the board said, okay, we are going to be a monthly dividend stock, 2021, 20 cents, 21, 22. They're jumping up their dividend a lot faster than Realty Income. And this is what makes Agree Realty Corporation a very attractive monthly dividend stock and a better investment than QYLD in the long term, because you're getting dividend increases. They're going to acquire new buildings. These guys got about 1,000 buildings that they're a landlord to. Realty Income is about 6,000. And then you got the, acquisition of Verite. And again, you are in this window with QYLD, same with that RYLD and XYLD. You have 17 cents to 23 cents at best. These guys are going to top 23 cents. So if you literally told me, again, this is not financial advice, entertainment purposes, disclaimer and description. If you gave me $50,000 right now and said, would you put it, are you going to put it in QYLD or Agree Realty Corporation or QYLD and O? It's a no-brainer. I'm putting it in O or Agree Realty Corporation. I'm going to get increases over time. So that's the thing that's attractive. And that's the thing with my M1 Finance dividend portfolio. My percentage is going to start dropping from QYLD. I'll start getting it to maybe like 1.5%. Okay. And I'm going to start buying more of these guys with Agree Realty Corp, because my gosh, I know they're a little bit more expensive. You got to look at the long-term investment when you look in monthly dividend stocks. I like consistency. I like increases. It's like a fine wine. It just grows over time. BYOD is that temporary, wine that people drink. I'm not really a wine drinker, but people like the temporary stuff. And that's not what I'm about. I like stuff long term. So that's one thing to consider. And again, expense ratios, that's one thing you have to worry about with QYLD. The expense ratio is pretty high, and you're getting nice increases with these guys. So let me know what you think of this video. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. This is Dart Dividend. You guys have a good one. I'm going to post a video tomorrow, but I just wanted to show you every dividend stock has flaws, and QYLD has flaws too. So just keep an eye out. Yeah, look at pros and cons before you jump the gun with a lot of dividend stocks. All right, you guys take care and have a good one.